You've probably heard by now that President Trump and the First Lady have contracted COVID-19. So this was a really good opportunity for Democrats to really show how much class they have. And it's only a few hours since the announcement, and they just haven't disappointed at all. Here is a tweet from Zara Rahim. Zara Rahim is the former national spokeswoman for Hillary Clinton, and she was also an Obama staffer. Here she is wishing death on the President of the United States. That's a real class move. Then we have a tweet from former MSNBC host David Schuster, which was retweeted by actor John Cusack, that says, "Don't mind the burning sensation when you get that injection of bleach." That's really nice. Then here is another tweet from Rick Wilson, who's a never-Trumper, a failed political strategist for the Republicans, which was also retweeted by Judd Apatow, the Hollywood director. Heard inside the White House, Alexa, order a gallon of bleach and an IV. I guess this is like an idea of a joke when the leader of the free world has contracted a deadly disease and could potentially die. Then there's never Trumper George Conway, who, learns first thing that he does once he learns that the president has contracted COVID-19, even though it's, so far as we know, mild. He says he failed to protect the country, couldn't even protect himself. No, our thoughts and prayers are with you and your recovery because you are the president of the United States, whether I like it or not. None of that, anything that could be even remotely identified as, patriotism. Anyway, we go continue. New York Times reporter Tim O'Brien, also retweeted by MSNBC's Joy Reid, proof that hydroxychloroquine doesn't work. See what they do? This is what they're about. They don't care that the president has this disease. They don't care if it's a serious case or a mild case. They just want to make their political points. This is who they are. Let's continue. Zach Grauman, who was the campaign manager for Andrew Yang, he was very concerned. So he said, "I heard that ingesting bleach can help." The president never actually said that, by the way. But that doesn't matter. Just like it didn't matter that, Chris Wallace asked Donald Trump in the debate the same question he asked him 4 years ago about white supremacy. He didn't like the answer back then. I guess he just wanted to make sure this time around. I don't know. Then we get another one from a think tank of sorts, the Gravel Institute. Don't get mad at people celebrating Trump's test result. Get mad at Trump for allowing 200,000 people to die before he got sick. I'm confused. Trump allowed 200,000 people to die. Boy, that's assigning quite a bit of blame on him. Did China have anything to do with this? Just wondering. Then we have a bunch of actors that we never even heard of, like John Fugelsang. Says, "Great news, I just invested my entire life savings in hydroxychloroquine." I guess that's an attempt at a joke. Then we have somebody I absolutely have never heard of, but somehow qualifies to get a blue check mark. Hari Kondabolu, thinks it's good enough for the middle finger, I suppose. Then we have an obscure comic named Lisa Curry. "I hope he suffers through this and dies as he's losing election night." That's real classy. Anyway, we move on. There's Linda Sarsour. Now, if you're not sure who she is, she's the anti-Semite. She's like a Democrat mascot of a radical Muslim. And what does she think? She seems like someone doesn't want to go back to the debate stage. I guess she believes that Trump didn't win the previous debate, even though it seems like the polls say he did. Then we move on to an ESPN sports writer I have never heard of, which is not saying a whole lot anyway. Marley Rivera, whose only thing that she could come up with, "There is a God." Come on, Marley, you know that you don't believe in God. Please. What liberals do really believe in God? Not too many. But that's a real touch of class on your part. And then another blue check mark, that person that I can't even imagine why he even has a blue check mark, Sober Rob, who thinks it's funny that Trump is going to die. Well, first of all, Trump has a mild case. We don't think that it's going to be that serious. And 99% of the people in his age group don't die once they get it. They comprise most of the people. They comprise a larger percentage of the total people who died, but most of the people in his age group don't die. In fact, I think it's 99 or 98.5%. So there's a very good chance he's not going to die from this. But the Democrats are hoping, and that should tell you a lot when you go to vote.